Friends 2.
This is BleachBANGS Music, and we are in Las Vegas, Nevada with the band Artifas at Rock into Spring. What's going on, guys?
How's it going, man? We just been Vegasing it up, you know.
Hell yeah. Came down early and took in the sights, huh?
Yeah, and lost our money.
And a lot of beer. Took in a lot of that, too.
Yeah.
Margaritaville. See, I don't drink that much, really.
They got like between 5 and 6 p.m. at Margaritaville on the
Nickel
Strip.
beers.
It's like 5-cent beers and $1 shots.
You can like lay down a 5 and be like, get around for the bar.
Yeah. I literally like walked in the other day. I was like, I'm buying a round for everybody, and like spent like $2 and got me and 3 other dudes drunk. So it was pretty awesome.
I almost bought a round for the bar, and I wasn't even drinking just because I would have felt like a total badass. There's my $5.
That's cool. That's awesome. We kind of discussed it a little bit and talked about it a little bit. We caught you guys with Theory of a Dead Man on the Halloween show, and you guys just blew us away. Just like I was saying, we hardly ever just see a band and go, yeah, I got to have that CD, and I got to have that CD tonight. Nice. So, and you guys did that. So I already know what you guys are going to do out there. We've seen it, we've heard it, we've done it firsthand with you guys. So we already know what these guys are in for, and I think you're exactly right. There's going to be a lot of surprise faces out there.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. I mean, I think that's why that's what makes us put on such a live show that we do is like we know that, you know, when we go to play like big shows like when we were out with Theory, you know, we knew that those crowds for the most part weren't going to know who we were. So we were like, we have to make sure by the time we play our last note that everybody there knows who we are, you know, and like is going to remember us, you know, because also there was 4 or 5 other bands after us on that tour. So like by the end of the night, you're still hoping that they're remembering the first band.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. Yeah, I think every like band has kind of an environment or a certain aesthetic that they're really bred for, and I feel like we kind of come out in these festival environments and tours with big bands like Theory, and I think our goal every night is just to do as much as possible to ensure that regardless of how good the other bands are, people somehow manage to remember our name, or at least half remember it because they never pronounce it right.
Well, 3 years later,
you got it.
Well, 2 years, whatever.
Artifas. Artifas.
We got the first British one.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how.
Artifas.
Artifas.
Are we pronouncing it right?
Artifas. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We're good.
See, the thing is, it's not really wrong however anybody pronounces it because it's not
a real word.
Yeah. we pronounce it the way that the actual word would be pronounced had we not changed the spelling of it.
Yeah.
But
the actual word is spelled ICE instead of AS at the end.
Oh yeah.
And it's Sanskrit.
I guess.
And but we had a band. We'd started the band as New Skin. And then there was
there was like a dubstep duo in New Zealand that already had that name trademarked.
So we changed our name, and we were like, once we found the word we liked and the meaning behind it and everything, we were like, now let's change the spelling so no one has
Yeah. Not real cool when somebody's trying to look you up on YouTube and it turns out to be
50 other bands with the same name.
Going to that tonight.
Right.
Not cool.
Yeah.
Not cool. So you guys come from a very diverse background of music, and it really shows in your guys' songwriting. Does that tend to cause any problems while you're writing songs? Do you guys go, no, it's got to be metal. No, it's got to be, you know.
The cool thing is it kind of create, like, even when we try to do, you know, something a little different, when we're writing, you know, like the new stuff, we just started writing some new songs, and they have a very different vibe to them, but at the same time, it's still Artifice, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, everybody has that little flair from their background that they throw in, and it somehow mixes it to make our sound, you know.
Yep, and that's what I love.
No
That's
matter
what
if we
I
try,
love.
I feel like if we tried to write a reggae tune,
Yeah, well, I mean, we do sometimes. We set out to we'll have a song idea or riff idea, and we're like, okay, I'm envisioning the song to be this way. But by the end of the songwriting process, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be, regardless of how we initially intended it. So
right.
it just kind of bleeds out naturally through everybody's different influences.
Awesome. So when you guys are writing a song, do you have that feeling in the back of your mind that that's going to be an it song or a hit?
Every time.
yeah.
But, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but
And I think one of the reasons for that is, a lot of bands will, when they go to record a record, they'll go record 30 songs, and then they'll cut down to 12 for the record. But once we start writing a song, like, if it doesn't feel like the one, we toss it. You know what I mean?
Another thing,
and we try to make sure that every song we write could be that one, because I want when we put out a record, I want people to be able to listen to it front to back in like every song, and not have to skip 4 songs.
Right. And
another thing that
way too often.
that's kind of along the same lines as what he is saying. Our writing process is so sparse because we don't ever really get together and try to write new music together as a band. It's mostly just individual ideas, and I feel like it kind of benefits us in that way because we have so much time in between writing sessions to grow and learn and bring in new tricks and new this, new that. So when we finally do get together and write, we've all got this little bank of go-to new ideas.
And the cool thing is we've gotten to where we trust each other so much with our writing. Like, used to, before this band, any other band I'd been in, I wrote everything,
Ditto, yeah.
And like,
I was a writing Nazi.
And like with this band now, when I write stuff at home, like, I try not to write it all. You know what I mean? I try to just write a riff and maybe a vocal melody comes to my head, and we'll send it to each other and be like, let's jam it. And somebody will be like, what if we throw this on it? And that leaves the doors open for all those different possibilities.
And all of that right there, what you're talking about, really needs to happen to make it really believable. Because if you guys aren't believing exactly what you're doing, then it's going to show to the audience.
To us, honesty
know.
is one of the most important things about music.
Very good.
We've never tried to sound like something that we weren't comfortable. I mean, like, obviously there are bands that are coming out now that inspire us, and like maybe you hear a band that makes you want to play a different style of guitar part or something.
Right.
And obviously we bring that in, but for the most part, we just kind of let it breathe its own life, and it just ends up where it's at.
And we've had the discussions in time, you want radio songs, obviously.
Yeah.
But we don't try to do radio songs. We literally just write what we enjoy writing, and it's
just so happens we like to listen to the radio sometimes.
but like, we don't ever try to like go for that, like right now it seems like almost every rock band's putting out a pop record. You know what I mean? And like just do you, that's what people are going to like, is you just do what's true and from your heart and honest, and it doesn't matter if it's metal or hard rock or pop, like whatever it is, just let it be honest and people are going to connect to it.
I totally agree. I mean, because your body language is not going to lie up there. It just won't.
One comment I hear from a lot of people that come to our shows that really sticks out to me most is people come up and they're like, you can tell that you guys enjoy what you do. And I mean, that's why we started doing it. You know, I mean, there was no promise of money or fame or fortune or any of that. We just like to play music and jam with our 4 best friends. So that's what we do on stage every night. Just get down, see who can get the sweatiest, and Scotty always wins.
Definitely always win that. I'm like, if the crowd is in the right position, I'm highly considering jumping and doing like a stage dive and seeing if I can crowd surf to the pool at the end of the set.
And in the back of my mind, I'm hoping that he makes it all the way to the pool and then gets dumped in the shallow end.
Yeah. Break my neck.
That'd be so famous.
So, how would your family members describe your guys' music to somebody that has never heard it?
Oh,
Heavy metal.
yeah, totally.
My son plays
My
that
dad
heavy
would
metal
probably.
music.
I think my dad tells all of his work buddies that we're just like a hard rock band, and I'm not sure they quite grasp what hard rock music is because most of them think that like Five Finger Death Punch's radio songs are like really hard rock, Like, so to them, they're like, oh, okay, I might like that, but we're a little bit heavier than that, obviously. So
I'm pretty sure my dad still thinks we play shows in a garage. It's like, hey, Dad, I'm playing in Vegas. He's like, oh, cool.
have fun in that garage.
What's the address? So, do you guys have any pre-show rituals that you go through? I like how this is already set up. Or anything that you guys do before a show?
I think everybody kind of has a different thing they do. Like
We do things together, and then like we split up right before the show starts, and then we start doing things individually to get super hype, and then we get together on stage again.
yeah, like I know Jared is always like drumming on his practice pad
All the
for
time.
like hours before the show, and then he like stretches out. You know, and then he like listens to some Justin Timberlake, and he gets out and just lays it. I don't know. I like go and do annoying vocal warm-ups where everybody has to listen to it.
I don't ever see him do it, but I feel like Mikey probably meditates. I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like somewhere.
It might help. I mean, maybe I should. I definitely is.
And I just drink a lot of beer, so.
Lots of stretching and holding the most like awkward, gigantic chords I can to prepare for stage.
And then like right before the show, we all get together. We put our fists together and we go get fetch. Yeah. We're bringing it back, dude. We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make fetch happen.
Yeah, Mean Girls was
Mean
wrong.
Girls reference.
3 years we've been bringing it back.
We've been working on it for a while now. Still hasn't called on, but
We really need to do a shirt that says "Get Fetch."
let's make sure there's not like a trademark on that first.
Like,
but
you know,
if there's
that's like the PG version of our "Fuck the System" shirt.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't think I can wear that one on Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna get.
It should
Get
say
Fetch
fetch
shirt.
the system. Fetch the system.
Yeah, there you go. So, when did you guys realize that music was what you wanted to do for a living?
So long ago, I can't remember.
Yeah, like was the first time I saw Garth Brooks.
Are you for real?
I'm dead serious, man. Like Garth Brooks was like my idol when I used to wear
there is
cowboy
no
boots,
shame in that.
cowboy hat, and I'd like walk around my house with
Okay,
my
there's a little bit of shame in that.
with my
No
toy.
way, bro. Garth Brooks is legit.
I would like walk around with my toy guitar and just like the thunder is rolling. You know what I'm saying?
My dad was obviously being alive in the 80s. He was a huge 80s hair metal concert goer, and I got a lot of that as a kid. And I was super into like Rat and Motley Crue and stuff. So the earliest signs of being into music I can remember would be like mimicking Warren DeMartini from Rat and like pretending to only sing the backup parts. Like this must be a lead part. I had like one of those crappy like little first act guitars you get at Walmart with a speaker in the front of it. I didn't even plug it up because I couldn't play it, but I was air guitaring the shit out of it. And like I had a karaoke microphone I would stick on the corner of my dresser, which just came about to mouth linked, and I would just be like,
I totally remember the days of setting a microphone up on my dresser.
for sure, man. I think everybody
Not even
probably goes
plugged
through
in.
that.
It's just like
even have a
you're
good
trying to
one.
get it to stop rolling.
It's like I had the tiniest headset mic that I would set in front of my guitar cab to like record.
Cool. So, yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting Garth Brooks, but
Man,
he's
I've seen him
he's
live like
phenomenal,
6
dude.
times.
Dude,
Like,
he's phenomenal.
So like my dad, like I grew up and he was always listening to like Foreigner, Bad Company, you know, like the Chicago rock and roll. That was my
Right.
dad. And then my mom was listening to like country music and Paula Abdul. So I got the both sides of that. So like when I was a kid, I saw Garth Brooks like 6 times, and when like the first time he flew over the crowd like with his guitar on a wire harness,
Yeah,
I
he
was
is a
like,
showman,
this guy is
man. He is
a
like a
magic
rock and
superhero. Like
Yeah, he is. He's like a rock and roller, but
Yeah.
in boots and shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's,
totally.
it's
The
really
Thunder Rolls.
cover a Garth Brooks song.
Hey, if we cover the Thunder Rolls, I'm totally down with
So
that.
down.
My mom like freak out. She loves that song.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much. Tell everybody where to get your stuff. Of course, I'm sure it's all like iTunes and Google Play.
Spotify,
Amazon,
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. It's either Artifas, Artifas, or Artifas Official.
There we go.
It'll be one of those on basically any social media outlet.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you guys tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. So you have to be front and center.
Yeah.
You have to help carry me to the pool.
We're going to rally everybody into a big old line.
Dude, see, that's what I need to do. I need to spend like the next day like getting like 100 people
See, that's what-
on
that-
board.
I think it'd be way funnier if just he carried you to the pool. and threw you in.
It's like a
So this might happen. I might be on your shoulders.
Like clear the entire crowd, like make him do a wall of death, but don't actually do the wall of death and just move out of the way so he can carry you to the
Everybody
pool.
get the hell out of my way. I'm hot.
The worst thing is in my mind, I'm picturing Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
That's the worst thing.
That could be the most epic thing ever.
You would be knee deep in the pool, just waiting.
If you can even get knee deep in it, in the shallow end. I don't know how deep it is.
Yeah, that's what knee deep's about halfway.
Yeah, right.
Well, thank you guys very much, and
Thanks for having us.
I think they are definitely going to be very proud to have you on the bill. So,
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
it's been a good time.
thank you guys.